What is happening, ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet? This is our weekly live Q&A, Kiesel Guitars. I am Jeff Kiesel. If you do not know what these live Q&As are all about, this is your opportunity to ask me anything you want to know. It doesn't even have to be guitar related. So on these weekly live Q&As, typically what happens is I'll give you guys kind of an update of what's going on in the world of Kiesel. And I will have typically a customer's guitar, and then I'll sometimes have a deal of the live. And it's your opportunity to pick up an amazing guitar at an amazing price before we add it to our in-stock, our online section. And this week we have an amazing Jason Becker, so that's really cool. And we have a customer guitar here that I'm going to show off. We did just close out a limited guitar run. So for those of you guys that missed it, I'm really sorry that you missed that. Typically, once a year, we do a limited guitar run where I pick a model and then I put together option packages in various ways to give you guys a lot of value. And because we're doing that one model in limited ways, it gives us the ability to be more efficient. And when we're more efficient, we have a little better margins. So it allows me to lower the price and pass on that savings to you guys. So we ended up doing about 150 guitars. I don't know the exact numbers because there were still some trickling in. We had some people that payments were, not quite in all the way. And so we're right at about the 150 mark, plus or minus 2 guitars either way. Which is awesome. That's amazing. We kicked that run off. We announced it last Wednesday on the live when I had Paula Caragoso with me here. My wife actually kicked the live off with her, and at the end I closed the live with the announcement of the run. So that closed out yesterday, so that was pretty awesome. So thank you all for being part of that. That obviously means we're not doing another guitar run this year. And I don't even know if we'll do one next year. We did skip 2 years straight of no guitar runs. So I don't know when the next one will be, but it's not going to be this year. Anyway, so let's get into my deal of the live. This is a Jason Becker numbers guitar, a JB24. This is a custom green finish. You can see the beautiful Seymour Duncan pickups, color matched to the inlays. The color matched Kiesel logo. It's a 25.5-inch scale guitar. And it's just such a rad model. So there's your opportunity to grab something that is very unique. This is a custom green color. Normally these guitars are going to be a swamp ash body with a tung oil finish. This is still a swamp ash body, but we've actually done this in a custom green finish. And so this guitar is going to go for $15.99, which is crazy. I think I screwed up on that price when I emailed my guys. I think it was supposed to be $17.99, but it is too late anyhow. So if you don't buy it, we're just going to put it online in the in-stock section at probably $19.99. So here's your opportunity to grab an amazing guitar, and part of those proceeds do go to Jason to help him with his medical costs. All right, I have a customer guitar here, and this is for Hiromi. I think I got that right. Maybe, maybe not. And look at that beauty. Wow, that is such an amazing looking Aries with the bevel delete. We got a roasted fretboard, roasted neck. We have a top on this guitar, probably a plain maple top. Let's see, yep, a maple top, alder body, natural. Let's see the back of that roasted neck there. Got a little bit of flame in there. It's really cool looking. And this is fitted with the Kiesel trim. That is our tremolo system that we worked with Hipshot to fine tune and tweak and make, we feel like, the best trim on the market as far as stability, fluttering, just string changing, everything, when you factor everything in tone. It's just an amazing trem system. So this guitar's done. This one was actually had a completion date of 8/29. So we are early on this, a little over 3 weeks. So that is amazing. Builds are going to be wrapping up sometime in the 8 to 14 week range. We did just do a run, so that could fluctuate a little bit. So that's pretty exciting that we are finally getting unburied from how far backed up we were. I mean, at one point we were quoting 24 weeks on builds. So it feels really good for me to get back into our sweet spot, which I want to quote 8 to 12 weeks. That's my ideal build time. And to be able to say the number 8 out loud with build times, 8 to 14 weeks. And that's on builds that are not involving me. They don't have Kiesel treated boards, which either myself or my daughter Kayla are doing right now. That's not K-series guitars. Some of the guitars are still going to take longer, but that is the majority of the guitars are going to be 8 to 14 weeks. So that's pretty exciting. At this point in time, what can I answer for you guys?
Can you settle a debate? Is the Kiesel trem as stable as a Floyd with the locking nut?
So yes, it all depends on your tuning, your playing style. But yes, the Kiesel trim is very stable. I believe it to be as stable as a Floyd Rose. There are some advantages to having a Floyd if you're really, really, really doing a lot of crazy dive bombs, a lot of really, really hard pullbacks, and you're a super aggressive player, then that may be the way to go for you. Where the Kiesel trim really shines is the ability to flutter, just getting the full tone of the instrument. They do stay in tune amazing. And because it doesn't have a knife edge, like a Floyd Rose operates with the knife edge, those can wear out over time. And ours uses a roller bearing on one side and a needle point on the other. So they're going to be a trim that's going to be more consistent down the road. Also, I hate changing strings on a Floyd just because of how long it takes. And so you end up a lot of times playing your guitar with older strings because it is a pain in the ass to change. But there are the Floyd customers out there that just absolutely love them. So we've had a lot of guys that have switched over from Floyd to the Kiesel trim, and they're absolutely in love.
Jasco says, thanks for the run. I grabbed stage 1 and 3. Got 3 in the oven. I can't wait.
That is so awesome, brother. Well, thank you for being part of that. It's super cool.
Let's see. I kept hearing amazing things about the Kiesel run experience. So happy to be a part of one. Thanks, Jeff and the Kiesel team.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes the run special is you guys, the interaction. For those of you guys that don't know, we had a special Facebook group in there, and I ended up doing some lives, extra lives in there, just to answer questions. I did one of them on Saturday from my home, just hanging out in the backyard bar area, and I was live for about 2 hours with the guys on there, and just answering questions and having fun. I mean, we even started talking about cars and Formula One and some bands and stuff like that. So it was just it was a good hang. So I had a lot of fun too.
Is there any chance that magma ends up being a regular color?
No plans on adding that, but it is an amazing color. I'm really excited about it. I did share my personal build, which was so I showed you guys the magma on Friday, and then what I was unsure of on my personal build, if I was going to just do magma or I was going to do magma with trans black burst, and I had committed over the weekend to add the trans black burst. And so then by today, we were able to show off the magma with the trans black burst. So pretty stoked on how it came out. I feel like with the roasted neck and board that I'm doing and the black inlays, it's going to look super cool. I was torn between that and having a matching headstock and then going with a rich light board, which I almost did. But my fear was that the trans black, it's not, when you spray it over like a lighter or brighter color surface, it can look more like a brownish color, like a root beer. And that's kind of what it did. And that's why I went with the roasted and the black inlays, because I felt like it would just tie in better.
What woods are available for pickup covers? Is ordering that over the phone only?
Yes, I'd be ordering over the phone, and we can do a lot of different woods. Just call my guys.
What's the difference between the Goto 510 and the Kiesel hip shot?
Quite a bit, actually. The 510 is also that same kind of style where it's got like a bearing edge. So with the 510, you have more initial tension before the trem starts to dip and move. And that's where the Kiesel is like so much smoother and more buttery feeling. Now, if you are someone that does rest your palm on part of the bridge, the Kiesel trem might not be for you because you might actually be throwing it out of tune because it does require less effort to move it. That's part of why it stays in tune so well too, is it's a very effortless tremolo system.
Can we have our custom inlay on the guitar, like my logo as an inlay?
We don't offer that. Maybe down the road, a couple years, you never know. But right now, we're not offering custom inlays.
What's the difference between tongue oil and raw tone?
Quite a bit. So a raw tone is a sprayed on finish that's going to seal and protect the wood, where a tongue oil is a hand applied, rubbed in oil finish that's going to have some protection on the wood. The difference would be is with a tongue oil, you can sand it down and reapply. A raw tone, you wouldn't be able to do that. The raw tone is typically best over swamp ash, and it's going to give you this textured look and feel that I think is absolutely amazing.
Is the stainless regular fret the smallest bass fret?
It is not. We offer a stainless vintage style fret, vintage size, which we call it a STRF, stainless regular fret. So we do offer that.
Are you guys doing 8-string multi-scaled trems? Much love and reverence for Kiesel.
Hey, thank you. Yes, we are. We do a 6, 7, and 8-string multi-scale trem system on our Headless guitars.
Oh, I literally just asked that.
Way to go.
Will the 6-string multi-scale trem guitars go out soon?
Yes, they will.
Can we get select stains in a raw tone finish?
You can. Yeah, that's actually what they were really intended for. When I originally developed that line of finishes, it was when we brought Johnny Highland on board, and like we did his with the scarlet red, that select scarlet red, and it's just such an amazing look, especially when it is raw tone. I feel like that finish should almost be exclusively raw tone.
I absolutely love your saber finishes. Do you have any saber finish builds from May the 4th yet? Excited to see all the builds from that sale.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you. I'm always doing saber finishes. I really don't look at the dates on there, to be honest with you. The more I look at the tags, the less I'm working on guitars. So I don't read the name, date. I just focus on the estimated completion date. So that's how I order mine, is whatever the oldest one is. That's the one I'm working on, the one that's due the one I'm the latest on, let's be real. And then I work on those and move my way forward, and I just have the pertinent information that I need to know, and the rest I don't look at.
Is it possible to order an Icon style headstock on an A2 5-string?
I don't see why not, but I would not take it as a return. That would be your instrument. You'd have to call in, and I'd want it prepaid, and it would be no return.
Just a heads up, the green to purple color shift is not on the builder. Was it an A2 run only?
No, that should have been transferred over to the regular builder as well, because that is a color that we did add for 2023. So, we're only 7 months late, 8 months late on it. What do you expect? I'm sitting here, I'm busting Brandon's balls because he's sitting here.
How clean are your white paint jobs? I keep buying white guitars from popular companies, but also send them back because of contaminants.
No, our finishes are super clean. But if you're super picky, don't buy anything from us. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're super clean. We've actually been voted at one point, the cleanest, purest finishes in the industry. So back in our old shop, actually, it was an independent test. And like I've said before, not every single guitar company was in there, but most of the big boys, if not all the big boys, were actually in that survey. I did a live actually with the guy that was doing the testing. And basically, most of us all buy the paints from the same company. And this was one of the head guys from the finish department from the paint company. So that's how I know that he's checked all the other companies, because we let this company in to start doing our finishes, not our finishes, but providing our products, our paint products. And then because we were doing so well and they were advertising that, oh, well, Kiesel's using these, or Carvin at the time, these other companies started using them as well. But we were the first ones to use this company that everybody now is using.
If I wanted a really light Vader, what should I put on it?
So a lightweight Vader, the lightest you're going to get it is if you go a swamp ash body, swamp ash top, chamber it, and then you go with probably a mahogany neck. If it's a 6-string, you could go with a mahogany neck, and that's going to be your lightest neck option. If not, then maybe a black limba neck. Black limba can be super light, and it can be more heavy like maple. It just really depends. So you might roll the dice and get lucky. Where walnut's pretty consistently heavy like maple.
I really like how you guys showcase the upgraded top on the A2 Run builder. Is there a possibility we may see that across the board on the builder?
Oh, you're talking about like getting a 5A top. Yeah, we'll see what the future brings. We're trying to be more dynamic on our virtual builder. It does so much, but there's still a lot of call-in only options. And maybe we can start, transferring some of these options over and giving you guys more flexibility to just sit there and click buy. I'm sure my sales guys love hearing that.
I love my MJ5. Can we get the white bass pickups? It's not on the builder.
Yeah, because white bass pickups don't actually exist. So the only way to get them is to pay to paint the pickups. We don't actually have white bobbins for basses. So yes, you can do it, but it is a charge to color the pickups themselves.
Can you set up a Skype call with the guys from overseas? Just got my decked out Z8X a couple of weeks ago, and it's legit. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're not doing Skype calls. It's either, a traditional phone call and or email.
Do you offer African lightweight mahogany?
All of our mahogany is Honduran, genuine Honduran mahogany, the real stuff. That's what we use.
I personally love the look and feel of tung oil mahogany necks. Is there a reason why mahogany isn't used in any of your multi-piece necks?
Yes. I don't care for the way mahogany feels, especially tung oiled, personally. And the reason why we don't put it in our multi-piece necks, it's a very weak wood in comparison to the other woods we offer. And so for me, the whole point of a multi-piece neck is to increase the strength. The only time we use mahogany is on our 7-piece neck on the very small strips, just to give it that color contrast. We do a maple, walnut, mahogany neck, which looks amazing. I love the way mahogany looks. I love the way the bodies look, but personally, I don't care for the way the necks feel. And the stability is just not as good as any other neck we offer. So if it was up to me, I would offer mahogany on less builds than we already do. And that we may be gravitating towards that at some point.
Is it possible to get offset ring inlays on a fretless bass?
It is, yeah, that's no problem.
Can you do a Caliburst reverse monster pairing as a custom finish?
Caliburst reverse monster? I don't know what that, I guess I'm struggling to understand what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're talking about like a Caliburst into a reverse monster. And so you have, I guess I don't understand. Maybe hit up one of the sales guys if you can do like a mock-up or something. I can take a look and see what you're asking for.
Can Metal Flake Infused be paired with any top other than Buckeye?
Maybe some Poplar Burl, but you're going to have way less areas of voids, so I feel like your best bang for the buck is still going to be in the Buckeye.
Can Mastergrade wooden backplates be requested on the K series?
They cannot, no. No, we did this special run, and we had one of the options was Mastergrade Pale Moon Ebony or Mastergrade Flame Koa backplates, and that was exclusive to the run.
Would you ever consider something like 24 months or even 36 months financing for the Kiesel card?
No, because we have to pay a lot for that. For us to offer that, I want to say like 36 months costs us like 5%. I only make 10 to 15% on a guitar, and I'm not going to give away a third of what I actually make to offer longer financing terms. I can't afford to do that. So I'm sorry about that. Maybe there's a different, credit card you can get that would offer that, but I can't afford to do it.
This is an interesting question.
Oh boy.
Have you ever wanted to make a guitar out of non-wood materials? I know you've done acrylic, but how about using human bones or maybe something like steel or aluminum?
Well, I think I'm going to pass on the human bones. I don't know where I would get them. I think that...
Yeah.
Oh, God. We do have a crematorium next door, so Brandon pointed over there, not next door to us, but like the next building over, there is a crematorium. So I guess technically we do know where to get bones. It's pretty gross, though, to think about. Yeah, I mean, no, I would not make a guitar out of bones. Could I make something out of alternate materials? I mean, maybe. It could be cool.
Could you send me a finished order at a specific date and place? I'm going to be on vacation in Hawaii for 2 weeks, and I don't live in the United States.
If the guitar is totally done, we could ship it to a different address if that's what you're asking. But if you were trying to place an order and say, hey, I want to order this guitar, but I need it done this date, and I need it to ship this date, that's not going to happen. Now, I won't take an order like that is like, hey, in this amount of time, I need this guitar to ship here, even though you haven't started on it. I don't want that kind of commitment on our end, and I don't want to give false promises. But if it's a guitar that's already done, or it's an in stock, then sure, why not? We could do that.
I always wondered if your guys could do a different color logo on Headless guitars, like a pink logo on the body.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have pink logos, red, blue. These are the ones that are off menu that are not offered on the builder. We do have pink, red, and blue. Those are the ones I can think of that we don't show on the builder.
Do Crackle guitars take longer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they take longer because what ends up happening is we have to put multiple coats of clear on it to seal in the crackle because it does give you more of a textured finish. And so to get that smoothed out again, it does take longer.
I was building a guitar with a zebra wood top painted with wine red. I was wondering if zebra wood is typically not painted or if it would look similar to how it does in the builder.
We don't paint a lot of zebra wood, although it does look really good. I feel like colors that look great with zebra wood are, like the reds, the oranges, maybe even like greens, light blues. Where you're going to start to lose the zebra wood effect is like purple, dark blue, darker colors, although trans black looks pretty cool. Like a trans black Cali burst looks pretty cool too.
There was an Aries that finished up this year, and it had like a dark red trans over zebra wood, and that one looked really cool.
Yeah, no, it's a cool looking wood. I really like it. I feel like the builder is showing people more combinations that are cool and allowing you guys to really feel like you're making better decisions on things and be more dynamic than some of the examples we show.
With all these raw tone builds coming, any advice on how to take care of it?
Yes, there's a lot of products out there that are made to clean satin finishes. Okay, what I would recommend is anytime you're done playing your guitar, if you can, take like an old white clean t-shirt or like a towel or something, wipe the guitar down, wipe your strings down. Your strings are going to last longer too. You're going to thank me for that. If you can, wipe your hardware down. It's going to look better longer, especially if you're acidic. Your sweat is very acidic and you sweat a lot. Your guitar is just going to look better. With the raw tones, these cleaners are amazing. And you just want to make sure you get something that is not for gloss finishes, meaning it has no wax, no carnauba in it. You don't want to polish this raw tone finish. And that's the best way to take care of these. They're amazing finishes. They're going to even, depending on your playing style, how much you play, you could start to have the guitar kind of wear in, like a worn in look. That's only if you play it a lot. I'm talking a lot of playing. If you're not doing a lot of playing and you play here and there, maybe a few hours a week, it'd probably take a long time to really have a worn-in look on a raw tone.
Do you ever get recognized by customers in public?
Yep.
I purchased a Lefty Stage 3 burl top and was wondering for call-ins. Is it possible to get the spec sheet sent to us? And I'm sending you a set of strings. How does that work?
Oh, that's cool. You would just contact your salesperson you talk to. That would be it. And then they can advise you on all that. And really any run questions, guys, let's save that for like the run group. And I know we just wrapped that up, but let's kind of save that for the run group and or your salesperson. So if you did call in and you placed an order over the phone, any question you're asking me right now, you could totally ask your salesperson. I just want to make sure we keep these lives for, the other people that, weren't in on the run, right? I don't want half the questions to be about the run.
Why are fade finishes only available with certain tops?
Because that's the ones that we offer them on, and that's the ones they look the best on. So like, for example, you wouldn't want to put like a natural to aqua fade on a walnut top. It would look really, really bad. So we don't offer it on a walnut top. So our fade finishes are offered on flame, quilt, and poplar, maybe even burl maple. I don't remember if we offered them on burl maple, but those are the finishes, or the tops that we offer those finishes on.
David Lee Motley says, just dropping in to say thanks for my amazing Pick Your Top Royal Ebony Leia. I have another Pick Your Top regular Ebony in the works. I love the Leia model. Super comfortable and great tone.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for being part of what we're doing. And, the Pick Your Tops are pretty awesome. We just, it's only so many times a year we can do those because we get so busy and so backed up.
What's the price on that Jason Becker?
$15.99. 858 Guitars grabs it.
Can I get a Zeus with a raw tone bevel but the body metal flake? I like the feel of raw under my arm, but I need my glitter.
That's cool. No, we don't combine the two. You can get a raw tone body, but you would not be able to get a metal flake top. You could get a metallic, something that still has some like shimmer to it. Maybe even a color shift would be cool, but not the very thick layer of metal flake, because you would feel that transition from where the bevel and top were. It would not be a good feel. So we want to forgo offering that to you. Sorry.
Would a higher grade flame maple top pop through the trans white better?
Absolutely. Yeah. Any higher grade finish is going to, or any higher grade wood top is going to pop through any finish better.
Will the gold inlays ever be available as a standard option?
I don't think so. I'm not going to say no, but right now I have no plans to offer them.
Can we get the Sustainiac on the A2?
You cannot. That one I never see changing because the Sustainiac system is very large and it won't fit in the small electronics cavity for the A2. Currently, it's only offered on the Sophie signature model. It's the only way you can get the Sustainiac, and I don't see that changing either, to be honest.
We have Dirk saying, my A2 with pink to purple fade over poplar burl with a purple Kiesel treated fingerboard was featured in Picks of the Day today. It came out phenomenal. What's even sweeter is that my 6-year-old daughter picked the colors. Awesome job and thank you.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's cool that you got her involved, and I bet she's going to be excited to see it. That's cool.
When I put in my K series, I want a crazy spalted maple top. My issue is I can't decide on the fingerboard. Can you pick a sweet fingerboard that works well with spalt for me?
My thing with that, and yes, I can, because spalt has so much going on and it's so crazy, my recommendation would be to make the fingerboard subtle. You don't want a totally busy guitar. Like the guitar's crazy busy, the fretboard's crazy busy. It's going to be too much in my opinion. I would probably do a rich light board or a black ebony board. Or if you wanted something that was still super dope, we could do like an ebony board and then a little bit of sapwood, this like kind of like creamy sapwood off to the side. Just something subtle that's like, whoa, what's that? I think that's the way to go. You throw that, crazy spalt top on there. You do a black 3-piece body, layer between the top and the body, maybe a mahogany body on there, and you have yourself an amazing looking guitar. You throw in too crazy of a fretboard, and it's just going to be too busy, in my opinion.
Is there Mastergrade Royal Ebony?
I mean, there is, yeah.
What is the process for splatter finish? Do you do each color and allow them to dry before applying the next color?
It's top secret. I can't tell you.
What if we give you $10?
Well, $10, that changes everything. Why don't I just show you how it's done?
Is antique ash treatment a complicated and lengthy process that increases build time?
It's not necessarily super complicated. It's pretty straightforward, and it's not super lengthy, but it is going to make the guitar take, extra couple of days, but not more than that.
How many of the guitars do you sell are 7 and 8 strings?
I don't know, to be honest with you. People will ask me questions like that, and I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is I don't pre-make my guitars. So because I don't pre-make my guitars, I don't need to know what my year prior sales were. If I was selling like in retail stores, I would need to know all that information. But because I sell direct and we build whatever the customer orders, I honestly don't need to know any of that information. It's kind of irrelevant to me.
I was actually kind of curious about this too, but well, I was looking into it the other day, but is it possible to have the gold Evertune on an Aries? They're available in the market, but not on the builder.
No, it's not possible. And the reason for that is we don't sell enough Evertune bridges to offer chrome and gold. So we've decided to offer the Evertune, but just with black. I can't do everything for everyone. And it's like when you look at our Headless guitars, they're just black. That's it. We don't offer chrome and gold, and I sell a ton of those. So if I had to offer chrome and gold Evertune, I would have not offered Evertune. If I would have had to bring those extra lines in, there's a point in time where we have to say, hey, we just can't do it. It's a matter of space on the shelf. It's a matter of tying up capital. And I just feel like, we don't sell that many Evertunes to begin with. And the majority of what we do sell, people want black. That's the number one, that would be the number one hardware choice for an Evertune anyway. I'm not saying we wouldn't sell any gold, we wouldn't sell any chrome, but I don't plan on ever changing that. Sorry.
Is it possible to get a burst or fade on the JB numbers?
It is, yeah. You'd have to call in for that, but yeah, you could do that. Anytime you get a JB numbers guitar, to paint it, we charge $200 automatically because the guitar is priced to be a tung oil finish. And the moment we have to prime something, put color on it, clear it, and then high gloss it, and polish it all out, that there's a lot more time and effort for us.
Is there an added charge for custom fades? For example, I'm considering a trans purple to trans black fade. By the way, love my Aries and solo.
That's awesome. Yes, there is a custom charge. So anytime we do fades, there is custom fade charges. So the production fades that we gave you guys and put out there, those ones are $50, and it's just the top. It's not top, bevel sides and back or top sides and back. If you wanted to match the rear and sides with the top, that's an additional $200, because it adds a lot of complexity when you're doing the 3 dimensions of the guitar versus the 1 top side dimension.
Oh, we got John Gamrat.
John Gamrat.
That white solo directly behind you is hot. Can you give us the details on it?
Yeah, it's let me grab it. All right, so this is a build that I put through. I'll show it off here while I read the specs. So this is a 22 fret with the Kiesel trim, has an ash body, HSS pickup configuration, the GT headstock, flame maple top, flame maple headstock. It's got the white body on it. It has a trans white Cali burst on the front with a raw tone finish. Has the white pickups, chrome hardware, Mark singles with a beryllium bridge pickup that's chrome covered. Has dot inlays, 10-inch fretboard radius, has the thicker neck profile, and it is a roasted maple fretboard, plain maple neck, and has the mother of pearl inlays with the drop shadow logo in silver. It's a very rad looking one. And it does have the bevel. So bevel added, bevel engaged.
We have Nori asking,
Nori, what's up?
What's your favorite flavor of chips?
Ooh, chips. It depends. I'm pretty, certain things I have to have certain chips. I don't know about you guys, but if I only could eat one chip for the rest of my life, I'd probably pick regular Doritos, just like nacho cheese Doritos. I really like those. More limited though, like chili cheese Fritos are pretty amazing. My mouth's starting to water thinking of those. Lay's regular baked potato chips, those are awesome. Not baked, but just regular potato chips. And then there's those ones like Dirty, like the Dirty brand. Those things, they make some amazing flavors. One of them is the hell is it? It's the one I always get too. Can't think of the name of it, but it's like a bunch of different flavors in one. I'm trying to think of the damn name. But yeah, it depends on what you're eating. Some things you just want regular, just salt potato chips, and other times you want some flavor.
Can I order the Steph Carpenter specs with a white pony inlay?
Well, we don't do custom inlays, so we'll have to say no on that. But I don't know what you mean, like the Steph Carpenter specs, like basically a guitar spec'd out similar to Steph's. We could, talk about doing something like that for you. It depends on, he's got a white one, a black one. He's got, a few different guitars.
Should I get, or this is Joe Brooks asking,
should I
get the JB numbers even if I have a stage 2 A2 in the works?
Joe, it's not blue. Don't tease. Joe, you can't buy a green guitar. I don't think you even have a green guitar, do you? I heard you've been buying some different stuff lately, but your stage, your run guitar, your stage 2 is blue. It's blue, man. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist.
What shows have you been watching lately? Have you seen The Righteous Gemstones?
Wow, I haven't heard of that. No, I have not seen that. I'm actually finishing up a show called The Bear right now. It's been really good. It does give me some anxiety, but as it's winding down into the second season, I know what to expect, and I'm not as anxious. So that's been a really good show. I'm still going to recommend Shrinking. I think that show was awesome. It made me laugh really hard with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. That show was really good. And what else did I like? An old school show, a super old school show that was kind of funny was My Name is Earl. If you guys haven't seen that show's pretty funny too, with Jason Lee, Jamie Lee Presley, and what is Randy's name? His real name, Zach, that like larger guy.
I don't know.
Gosh, I don't remember his real name, but anyway, he's super funny in that show.
Let's see, crispy or what is the other choice? Chewy bacon. Ew, who likes chewy bacon?
So, okay. I don't like crispy bacon. I don't like crunchy bacon. So there's a little bit of crisp to it, but I like the fat to be like still like kind of like soft, I guess. So like a in between.
All right, this is gonna be the last question. Or there's actually a funny comment. I've been at Joe Brooks' house. He doesn't have any green guitars.
There you go. Joe, maybe you need to buy this then. I don't know.
All right, for our last question, how about we go with trying to find a good one here.
Dang.
They're all good.
Zach is saying your questions aren't good. That's
no,
what he just said.
I just clarified they're all good. But we need a good one.
I don't know. I heard trying to find a good one, meaning the rest of your questions are not good.
There's okay. How about we just go for here's
today.
It's a lot of reading, okay?
We had someone that was willing to help, but you said no, you got it. Kayla's just sitting over there like was willing to help read some questions.
Hey, I went for a solid 40 minutes without any hiccup.
I don't know about that, but
will phenolic or scallop fingerboards ever be an option?
So we do offer scallop fingerboards, and then we do offer Richlight fingerboards. So those are some options for you guys, and you could call in for the scalloping. I don't believe that's on the builder yet. Maybe it is. Is scalloping on the builder, Brandon? It is, so it's on the builder. Jeez. And then Richlight is a fingerboard option, so more of a man-made type of product. It's not phenolic, but it is a similar style of process to make it. We don't make them ourselves. Richlight makes them. And we offer just the pure black, they call it, black diamond or diamond black, RDB. I think it is Richlight Diamond Black. So on that note, that's it. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to halfway commit to a shop walk tomorrow. How about that? A little shop walk action. I was trying to do one yesterday, and there was just no way I could squeeze it in. But I think I can squeeze it in tomorrow. So let's see if we can get some shop walk action going. I'm out. Later.